Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at this 2023 Audi A4 S-Line Black Edition 35 TFSI MH mild hybrid electric vehicle. I think it's a pretty good looking car. I think the design, especially the rear is my favorite part. These lights are incredible. The wheels are insane. And luckily there's enough cameras where you won't be able to curb them. The front is nice. It's not my favorite part, but I think it looks not intimidating, but it looks professional. What else? I think the nice little boot spoiler, it's a great addition. Makes it look very sporty, and this black color is great. I think, yeah, this is an amazing looking car. I'm not sure it looks better than the 3 Series, the 2023 series, but I could be biased as a BMW owner, but who cares? It's got a nice little Audi emblem at the bottom. That's sick. What else we got? Got S-Line kick plates, and it has the not the latest interior. The latest interior, the touchscreen, everything's touchscreen in the latest ones. But in these ones, it's still got the, let's not call it stuck on, but it looks like a stuck on tablet. But I think it looks great overall. Sorry about that chime. I don't know how to turn that light off, to be honest with you, because I just got this car today. So it's got some good storage, enough space for your GoPro case, lucky for me, and it's got good sized door bins, enough for like a small drink, but not the big ones, but just a small drink. Cup holders are nice little soft open action on that. Little nice damping. I mean, all the controls have a nice damp on them. That feels good to use. Apart from the paddles, we'll get onto that when I'm driving. They're like small plasticky paddles. They don't really feel nice to use at all, but you're not gonna use them often. This car's not that fast. It's what is it? 161 horsepower, 260 something pound-feet torque, all Newton meters. I don't remember that. 0 to 60 is like 8.2 seconds, and a top speed of 142 around there. It's not the fastest car, but I think it's good enough for everyday use. Because it has like it's a mild hybrid. It's got some electric power in it, and you can feel it. Sometimes you can hear the motor. Oh, that sounds nice. You can hear the motor whining when you're accelerating hard, and it does pick up speed very nicely, despite the figures. So everyday driving is perfectly fine, and it's very it's comfortable, but it's not as comfortable as I expected. But I'll talk more about it when I'm driving. I think the seats, let's talk about the seats, because they are chunky seats. They're pretty good, part leather, part cloth. I think you can get them all leather, but I mean the cloth really, it holds you in, I think, much better than leather does when you're wearing like joggers like I do most of the time. And it does have some adjustment, but it's manually adjustable, like the forward and back. I'm not sure if you can get an electric seat option, but it does have the lumbar. Well, I don't know if it's lumbar. It's like a nice little adjustment on the back of the chair. You can feel it. It's hard to show it, but you can feel like this part like moves forward or backwards to support you. And the chairs are pretty good. I've done some tight turns, and the side bolsters do hold you in a little bit. But yeah, I think overall it's a great daily car, to be honest. My only gripe is that I wish I had more power, but that's just me being a boy racer wannabe or whatever. But yes, I think like an S4 would do me good, especially. Let me tell you, can I see? Especially with these Bang & Olufsen speakers. Like, my god, I heard they were good, but they are incredible. If you like music and like listening to music on drives, get an Audi Bang & Olufsen if that's what you care about. These speakers are amazing. I spent hours just blasting tunes, not full volume, because it's that powerful that full volume would probably like pierce your eardrums or something. But the quality, and there you go. They're perfectly timed, actually. That's perfect. Yeah, the speakers are amazing. I'm gonna just put it like now. Oh bro, I want to keep this car forever, but I have to get it back. This car was I did get this car off Turo. I'll keep the link. I'll put a link in the description to the where I found it, because he's a really nice guy and he likes cars as much as I do, so he's a pretty chill dude as far as I'm concerned. What else want to talk about? Let's go to the back. I'll show you the back. Now, it's not the roomiest back, but I think it's enough for a car of this size. Because I'm sat behind myself. I'm like 5'10", 6 foot on a good day maybe. I got like what, an inch and a half of legroom, of knee room, which is enough for me. I can get my feet underneath the seat. It's got lighting underneath there. Bit fancy, isn't it? There's lighting on the doors, like in the front. Got your climate control vents, and I've got enough headroom, more than enough headroom. If you're 6 foot, your head should be fine, but I'm not sure about your knees though. It depends if you're longer torso or not. It does have an armrest if I can pull it out, but I don't think it has cup holders on this one, unless I just don't know how to use it. No, I don't think there's any cup holders. But yeah, sitting here, it's not bad. I could do this on a long journey. Nice big windows, perfectly fine, and you got your own little speaker here to keep you company. It's hard to move my leg because it's kind of tight back here, especially when you're so tall like me. Middle seat, it's not terrible. There's been worse middle seats to be honest, but it's still not good for anyone who's an adult. So I think 4 adults, maybe even 6 foot, might be able to squeeze in it, but 5'10" you're perfectly fine. I think everyone should be 5'10" really. It's perfect height. Yeah, and they're pretty comfortable seats. They got a little contouring. They're a bit shapely. They're not just like flat seats, so you can actually lay in them pretty nicely. Let me show you the boot, because it's a practical saloon, I think. It has about 460 liters of boot space. I tapped this twice. I don't know which button to tap. There we go. Tap this twice from lock, and we've got 460 liters of boot space, which I think is more than enough. And underneath here is just a big ass battery, because I'm mild hybrid, so no spare wheel space for him, sorry. And some tie down hooks, I believe you can tighten it down, which is pretty useful. I think the boot's good. If you want some space, get the Estate, and the Estate looks good as well, because I mean, I think they nailed the design this year, bro. They nailed the design of this. But yeah, this is oh, I'm leaving fingerprint marks everywhere. I really like the light up kick plate, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is a great car, to be honest. It looks great. The interior is very good, to be honest. I keep saying to be honest, but it's just such a nice car. I'd have the S4 of this. I mean, because I was considering, thank you, I was considering the M1. I was considering, as I was saying before I was really interrupted, the M3 Ti 2020, you know, to compare it to this car, well, to compare it to the S4. So I prefer BMWs over Audis and Mercedes, because I think they just drive a little better. But the speakers on this, oh my god. I've got to try the Harman Kardon in the BMWs to see if it's close enough where it's okay. Where it's not too much of a, well, not a downgrade, but that would be good enough for me. Because I like listening to music on drives, but the speakers on there are amazing. To drive, it's very easy. The steering is extremely light, like on let's see, comfort mode. I mean, you could probably drive it like one finger. It's some of the lightest steering I've ever felt. I haven't driven that many cars, so modern cars could probably all be very light. I prefer driving it in dynamic because I like a little more responsiveness from the throttle. And let's give it some, squeeze some here. You hear the little bit of motor coming in, but yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't make the nicest sound because it's not a big engine or hasn't got very nice exhaust, but the electric whine, I kind of like it. Gives a little wee. I kind of like it, but it's not meant for this. It's meant to be driven calmly on long journeys or short journeys with your family, and you get good fuel economy from it. It's the idea of this car, and you do get good fuel economy. I think I averaged 40 before I was doing all the how should I call it? I was doing not irresponsible, but I was doing any quick driving. I was averaging 40. So I think over everyday car, it's good on fuel. It's fast enough. It's comfortable enough. It's not as comfortable as I expected, because I drove an M Sport 320D like F80 3 Series, and I felt a little more comfortable than this over his bumps and crevices, because I've got like a bad road near me, and I drove both of these cars over it, and that BMW felt a lot better, which I was surprised by, because I thought the M Sports would be worse than the S-Line Audis, but it's a little harsh. But overall, it's perfectly fine, I think, for every day. And the sound, I think the sound deadening or the quietness is still not as good as the 3 Series. Maybe I'm crazy, but in the 3 Series, I felt like a little more cocooned in it, to be honest. Like on the highway, motorway, I mean, I'm not American. On the motorway and just in general, it felt a little bit quieter. Like when I was on the motorway today, I could hear some of the trucks more than I usually do. Even in my like old like E92 3 Series, it was a little more quiet. But I think it's still up there. Like these like tiny differences. Because I think overall for the money, let's talk about it, because it's the 2021 version of this car, because they're pretty much the same, but that's when they started doing the refresh. The 2021 version is like 18 grand for around 40k miles, which I think is not bad. But the 2023 version like this is like 23 plus, and this one's like 8,000 miles, so it's probably going to be like 25 grand. And for the money, I think it's a pretty nice car. I would go for a faster version like an S4, but that's because I don't care about mileage. Well, I care about my fuel economy, but I really enjoy a good engine in the car, to be honest. But I think as a daily, this car is quite good. It does have heated seats. It hasn't got a heated steering wheel on this one, I don't believe, but it has the heated seats, has air conditioning, has dual, well, 3-zone climate control apparently. All the creature comforts you desire. And I've done a video on this infotainment. Hopefully I posted it. I don't know when I posted it. It's either going to be before or after this video. Going through everything on this menu, because there's a lot of things on this menu. And that is one of the problems, is that it's only a touchscreen. There's no like wheel here. Because unlike the BMWs, after iDrive, and I find that a lot easier to use when you're moving, instead of having to look away and then try and find what you're looking at, and then yeah. Because I'm still not used to this car, because maybe you might get used to it over time, but when I'm trying to not crash, it's kind of hard. But it's a pretty fast touchscreen, so fast enough, I guess. Yeah. And I think one of the coolest part about Audis of like, from I think it was like 2015 when I introduced the virtual cockpit, is the virtual cockpit. Like, oh my god, this thing it's so crisp. Like, holy shit. And there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of customizations, because it's like 3 different versions of this cockpit. I've showed it in the other video. But this is my favorite one, the base, not the basic, but the starter one, basically. You can show a globe for some reason. I think that's a pretty cool thing to see. But yeah, you can just zoom all the way out and then all the way in. And I'm using Google Maps, so it's pretty good. That's not for us, is it? Okay. But yeah, you can see a whole bunch of information here. Driver assist, don't know how to use any of that. But energy, oh, I thought so. And then what's this? Short-term memory, consumption. This is looking like long traffic. Let's see where this takes us. So you can see date and time, stuff like that. I think it's pretty easy to use. And I think you could also see your media. So if you had the radio on, or like I'm doing, I'm using Apple CarPlay Android Auto, which this car does have. It's a nice big screen, so it's really, actually I'll just show you instead of just talking about it. Look at the size of that map, like Jesus. And then we can check Spotify, and you can also make it split, not split screen, but different parts. So I think it's pretty good. I was talking about making it harder for you to curb your wheels due to this system of cameras that this car has, which has the rear wheels, the front corners, the rear corners, top view, 360, front view. Like, Jesus, it's like an entire CCTV system for you, just so you don't curb your nice alloys, or crash into people. Yeah, and it makes parking a lot easier when you have the lines to show you where you're going, and a very crisp camera. The camera is very high quality. But yeah, I think that's one of the best features of this car. So far for me, it's been the tech, the speakers, and the interior and exterior, actually. Because I mean, for me, the perfect car has all those 4 things, and it has a nice engine. But I'm a car nerd, so that's my problem. But for the everyday person, this is like more than enough. You don't really need much more than this. Well, I'll see you guys on the motorway, hopefully. Like, hopefully this year. I hope my GoPro doesn't run out of battery. I did fully charge it, but this is gonna take a while. Okay, nice. We're not doing like 60 miles an hour, and it's not bad. I don't know if you can hear a bit of road noise and some wind noise coming from, like, I think the wing mirrors over there. But it's not terrible. I've experienced better, like with the 3 Series, but I think it's still good enough for most people. And the ride is perfectly fine. It's kind of calm, smooth, until you hit like a pothole or something. You can really feel that pothole, but most of the time it's perfectly fine. And the pickup's not bad, because I'm currently in dynamic mode like usual. Doing 60, I want to do 70. I foot down to the floor right now, and then there's 70. It takes actually maybe I'm used to faster, but I think this should be doable. And the one thing it already does do better, I think, is the interior design. Because at night, especially at night with the map in the middle and the fucking ambient lighting, oh bruh, look at this. It's not bad, is it? And I think the visibility is really good. Nice big front windscreen. This pillar's not too big for me, so I can see around it pretty easily. The wing mirrors are pretty big, but I don't like how they like taper off so quickly near the end. But I think overall it's great. And then the rear visibility is fine. I haven't had one problem with visibility. Maybe apart from this B pillow, maybe like when I look at my shoulders a bit in the way. That could be because I sit a bit further back. But so far I felt safe when maneuvering the vehicle. So yeah, the complete visibility is perfect, to be honest. I should probably not have done this at rush hour going home time, to be honest. But I wanted the night vibes. And this, because of this cabin, you need to see it in the dark, I think. I truly appreciate how much is actually going on. But yeah, guys, that's my review of the 2023 A4 S-Line Black Edition 35 TFSI. Forget something here. MHEV. Jesus Christ, that's a long title. Yeah, I think it's as a daily, especially that little electric boost you get. I think it's perfect, really. And the size of the car is perfect. It's not too intimidating. At first, you're like worried everything, but when you find your seat position and the steering is so light and responsive, well, it's quick enough, but you can just place it where you need to place it, and the turning circle is pretty good. So I think overall it's a great daily. I mean, buying this, you won't go wrong. If you're looking for a sensible, well, not sensible, if you're looking for a posh daily car that's good on fuel, looks very good, has an amazing sound system, and a great interior, then yeah, I don't know. And you don't care about like driving that much. Like, you're not looking for something with a lot of power or that feels rear driven. Because like when you're stationary and you put your foot down, the front wheels do skip a bit, and you miss the push from a rear-wheel drive engine. I'm putting my foot down right now. A lot of noise happens, but you don't really go anywhere. So maybe a little faster engine for me, but apart from that, it's perfectly fine. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, watch my other videos, and let me know in the comments what you think about the car, and if you have an A4, what you think about it yourself, because I think it's a great car. It may not be a driver's car, but I think it's just, for 90% of your driving experience, it's perfect. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See you guys soon.